Hello, my name's Duke January. I'm the head golf professional at Los Rios Golf Club, and I'm doing one of what we call our weekly tips. Uh, the first two that I did were based on the fundamentals of the golf swing itself. What I'd like to do today is do a simple little fundamental, a three-part fundamental on the putting itself. Similar to the golf swing, it has three fundamentals that will help you improve your putting. And like in the golf swing, there's technique that you need to understand before you can do the correct practice to learn this better. Anyway, I'm going to talk about three things. The first thing is going to be putting the ball under your eyes. And this simply, like it says, what we want to do when we first set up to the ball is make sure it's under our eyes, which if I was hanging this putter straight down, you can see right now that the eyes are not under the ball, or the ball is not under the eyes. So what I need to do is figure out how to set my posture or my body up to where my eyes are over the golf ball, which they are now. And you can see if I'm standing straight up like this, that I would have a hard time doing that. So the first fundamental I'm going to inform you of is making sure the ball is under the eyes, and that is basically so that you see a better picture of the line when you're practicing your stroke. Okay, so once the ball is over the eyes, I need to set my body up in a posture that will allow me to rotate my shoulders similar to the golf swing, but at a different plane. In the golf swing, the shoulders rotate at this angle here. In putting, the shoulders rotate up and down this way, and you can see the difference between that. So I need to set my posture into position, and there's a lot of different ways to stand up to a ball when you're putting, but there's some easy, quick ways to help you if you're not informed of these ways. So first thing I'm going to do, like in the golf postures, I'm going to tilt a little bit. I'm going to slightly flex my knees just so I'm comfortable. It has no purpose because I'm not going to do a lot of body motion in this. And then I'm going to let my arms just kind of hang naturally. But in golf, my arms hang this way, and putting, I want my hands up a little bit. Okay, and there's a reason for this. Here in a second, on the last fundamental I'm going to teach you, is going to be the pendulum of how you set the pendulum up. So in the posture, I want the ball under my eyes, okay, and I want my back set up and my knees flexed a little bit for comfortability, and I want to be able to freely rotate my shoulders up and down with the putter. Okay, so those are two things. Ball under the eye. Let's get some assembly of a golf posture. Now I'm going to give you, just before I go on, I'm going to give you one other golf posture. As you set up a pendulum and set your arms up in the posture, you've got choices. I've got angles all here. All these create little bitty angles. Now the more angles I have, the more chances I have to break those angles, to make them change. So if I eliminate those angles, then I have less chance to mess those up, less chance to make them come apart. So like Tiger Woods is what he does when he putts, he eliminates the angles. Now he's only got 3 angles. The way I putt, I've got 5 angles. I've got angles here, angles here, angles here. So that's up to you. It's putting's a very individual type setup, so that's up to you, whatever feels comfortable. I like the kind of octagon looking setup. All right, now this is how I set my pendulum up. This is the last and third part of this. And then is what you do after you learn this technique, is you go out and you practice it like anything else. Okay, the pendulum of the swing is just like it sounds. Here's the fulcrum, or the center of the pendulum, right here. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to set everything around this area here. Well, here's my angles. I've got an angle here, angle here, angle here, angle here, angles in my wrist. Now watch as I practice this, I won't let any of these angles move. You can see that I keep all these angles at the same position. Anybody that uses the straight arm approach, it might be a little easier to keep the angles. I like this this feels comfortable to me. Okay, so as I work my pendulum straight back, straight through, you can see not much change. As I do it incorrectly, you can see everything's changing here. We want to practice. Once I learn and get my comfortable posture, I want to come out for an hour or so on a practice green, or 20 minutes, whatever works for you. And I want to practice this 3 things that I just did. Now, I'm going to give you one last tip, and then I'll review real quick, is when you're practicing the stroke itself, and you can see that I'm not real far from the hole, but I want to be able to imagine imagine a line going from the hole and about 5 feet behind me, so that when I start this putter going, it goes straight back and straight through. In other words, if there is no waving or anything like this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set my shoulders up. And you can see the angle that they're at right now. Now, this is not that comfortable because I got them kind of cocked towards the pin. Well, this, you can obviously see that they're open to the target, so my stroke is going to have a hard time working. So in the posture, also I want to make sure that my shoulders are square to the putting line or the line that I've envisioned. And then once I get that, I set my pendulum in. I put my elbows and all angles, and I try to hold them in. I work the putter straight back, and then I work it straight through. Okay, so what we're trying to do here is we're trying to work the putter straight back and straight through without changing any angle. So I'm going to do this probably for an hour, and I'm going to work straight back and straight through, and before you know it, I'll start dropping these putts right into the hole. Okay, so that's my tip for this week. Again, my name's Duke January. I'm the head golf professional at Los Rios Country Club. Come see us. Thanks.